All right, guys. Custom OGT is back. I'm OGL Schmitt. Welcome, everybody. Um, I'm going to be doing a reaction, and it's been too long. Just saying that I'm going to be doing a reaction feels really good because my internet had been terrible lately. I was useless on reactions, so I finally got some new high-speed Spectrum internet, so I am ready to go. I miss doing this. Reacting is a great way to appreciate music, I think. And speaking of appreciation, this reaction is going to be for the amazing Ed Gear. I'm not going to list everything that Ed has done for us personally and for the channel because the reaction would be 40 minutes long. But Ed, you know who you are, you know what you do. Thank you so very much. This is going to be a reaction to the song Asleep by Godsmack. Now it's interesting. Danny and I had tried to do a reaction to City and Color, a City and Color song, and Dallas Green is very influenced by Lane Staley and Alice in Chains. Um, Godsmack was actually named after a song from the Dirt album, uh, Godsmack, and of course, Sully has also said there was a little thing when he was younger where he made fun of someone who had a cold sore on their lip, and then he got one the next day, and someone said that was a Godsmack. So yeah, there's some history to the name. Um, Asleep is an acoustic version of a song they had done 4 years earlier called Awake. This comes from an EP called The Other Side, which is basically a bunch of acoustic reworkings of previous songs that they did and a few new acoustic songs, which is really cool because I don't know that much about Godsmack, but I know they're super heavy. So I didn't know they did acoustic stuff. So I can't wait to hear this. Ed, this is for you. Also, the through line with Lane Staley and Allison Chains is really cool because Danny's birthday is coming up soon. So lots of stars aligning for us right now. So after a pretty difficult last few months. But enough about that. Let us check out some acoustic Godsmack. Ed, this is for you.
Wait a minute, can't you see what this pain has done to me? I'm alive, but I'm slipping. What you see, I cannot see, and maybe you'll think before you speak. I'm alive for you, I'm awake because of you, I'm alive. Told you I'm awake, swallowing you.
So right off the bat, um, I have never thought that Godsmack sounded anything like Alice in Chains. I thought that they actually had a pretty distinct sound, very unique style of riffing as well. Um, those influences really coming through in this acoustic song. Um, I like the. It sounds like a ticking clock or a metronome, like something is counting down. Um, the acoustic guitar sounds really good. Uh, sounds like a steel string. Might be wrong on that. Um, and then I like how the piano came in towards the end. The lyrics of being alive and awake can't help me but make me think of Skillet, the song "Awake and Alive," which I reacted to on the channel and was awesome. Um, but just Sully's voice does resemble Lane's here. It's very full. He doesn't have that rasp that Lane can dial in so well, But yeah, his like I like how resonant his voice is, and it when you sort of strip away like Godsmack has a huge, heavy sound, like a wall of distortion behind him. So you strip that away, and you can really appreciate Sully's vocals a little bit more, I think. So yeah, this is really interesting. Very atmospheric. It feels very um, foreboding, very grim, but sort of inviting in a dark way. Um, I think that's a lot of dangerous things in the world tend to be pretty beautiful, and you really can't I think the greatest things in life can't be experienced without a little bit of risk. So that makes sense. So let's pull it back a little bit and keep going, shall we? It's completely new. I'm not a Godsmack expert by any means, but this is definitely different from anything that I've heard from them before.
Because of you, I'm alive. Told you I'm awake, swallowing you. Take a second, turn your back on me and make me believe it's safe to say you're never alive. A big part of you has died, and by the way, I hope you're satisfied. I'm alive for you, I'm awake. Because of you, I'm alive. Told you I'm awake. Swallowing you, I'm alive. For you, I'm awake. Because of you, I'm alive. Told you I'm awake. Swallowing you.
I like the breath essentially underneath there that Sully is using to musical effect. And just one more thing about the lane similarities, and I'll stop that because Sully's definitely earned his own spot as a vocalist, but it's the vowel sounds, um, the A's and the E's in particular. The way that Sully uses those definitely makes me think of Lane. But Lane has inspired a lot of singers, and I think Godsmack, they've had a lot of really well known hits. Voodoo, I Stand Alone, a lot of really good stuff. So Sully's inspired a lot of people himself. That is the cycle of music. It's a beautiful thing. This song, like I love the super slow tempo. Excuse me. They're in no hurry to get their message across, and it makes the lyrics like I'm wondering what the original sounded like now, because when you're saying things like "I'm awake" and "I'm alive," and of course I associate that now with the Skillet song, of course, which is like really upbeat and really optimistic, and but just when you're usually saying "I'm awake" or "I'm alive," it's sort of a declaration. You're saying, I'm not going anywhere. I'm still here. But when you put it next to this sort of somber arrangement, it has this almost there's a much more weight to it. It's like someone who has been beaten down to where they don't have that energy to aggressively proclaim it, but they're still not going out. They're still in, I'm alive, even though it's in this sort of it's almost like a moan how they're saying it, but still uh, letting whatever powers that be or forces that be out there know that they haven't finished the job. That he's still there. He may not be standing, but he's still moving. Um, so I guess there's a quiet strength to the song as a result of that. And I might just be interpreting it in a different way. It might be something completely different. I haven't looked up the lyrics yet. So his enunciation is really good, but yeah, just it really does sort of have this. For lack of a better term, it's just a very dark sounding song, which I absolutely love. But I guess sometimes the simplest descriptions are the best. But let's let this go through to the end, and then I'll give you my final thoughts. Let me know in the comments, guys, what the song sort of, what do you think it means, what it means for you, and let me know if you would like to see me react to the original.
'Cause of you, I'm alive. Told you I'm awake, swallowing you.
And there's that ticking again. That yeah, again, really creepy and really ominous sounding. All right. So yeah, that was something I would not have expected from Godsmack. That was yeah, it had this sort of it had a weight to it. Even though again it's not nearly as heavy as the stuff the band normally does. It's heavy in a different way, in a psychological way. I'm gonna pause for station identification here and pull up the lyrics to this. All right. Okay, so checking out the lyrics, I'm not going to read them. Danny's got a much better voice for that sort of thing than I do. It certainly seems like it's about someone who has been betrayed, who has had their heart ripped out, and the saying, uh, you're saying, "I'm alive, but I'm slipping. I'm alive because of you." That feels almost spiteful. Um, it's obviously was not is a very hurtful betrayal, and it's to the point where the person may want to give up, but is refusing to do so almost out of spite. And to be perfectly frank, there's nothing wrong with that. If bitterness is all that you have to cling to, then cling to it. As long as, sometimes things like that are the only things that keep us going. Anger, bitterness, things like that. And they are very functional and very helpful emotions sometimes. But you can't marinate in them. You can't wallow in them because they are caustic and they will damage you. But I like the idea of just, holding on and staying at least somewhat alive and somewhat functional just to show this person that they haven't killed you, that they haven't, taken anything from, that they haven't taken everything from you. Um, there's a lyric here that says, "It's safe to say you're never alive. A big part of you has died, and by the way, I hope you're satisfied." So it's almost like this satisfaction that you're almost uh, in the same boat. This person has tried to take something from you that was taken from them, and you're trying to deny them that trophy or that pleasure. Um, yeah, really great mood on the song. It's relaxing, but in a very almost threatening way. And that sort of ticking, it can be considered as one of two things. It's either the clock that's counting down from when the person's like life force expires, because he said I'm alive but I'm slipping, or it could be the clock that's ticking down for a monster to be unleashed. Could and by monster I don't necessarily mean negatively. It could be the person time for that person's passion and lust for life come exploding back. So yeah, bro, I enjoyed that. So guys, Godsmack is new to the channel, so let me know what other Godsmack songs you would like to hear me react to. I would like to hear the original version of that. I'd like to hear more of their acoustic stuff as well. But yeah, just let us know in the comments. Just talk to us. Tell me how the song makes you feel. There are ways to support the channel in the description. In the channel description, there's a link to our Discord where we talk about all kinds of stuff. We'd love to have you guys as part of the community, the OG team as we call it, where you can join myself and Danny, uh, Dave and Oz, and the amazing Ed Gear. So, Ed Gear, thank you very much. Hope you enjoyed the reaction. And guys, going to be seeing a lot more from Custom OGT in the months to come, years to come, hopefully. I love you guys. Mental health is real. Be a part of the start. Take care of yourself so you can take care of others. And as a part of that, music is far and away your best support group. It can keep you alive when nothing else can. So listen to it frequently. Thank you guys very much. OGL Schmitt, and I'll be seeing you guys around.